What's going on, guys? This video will be a comprehensive guide to all types of elevators in Call of Duty 4. This video will be done on PC, and not saying that these elevators will not be able to be done on Xbox 360 and PS3, but it'll be much easier on PC because we'll be using the advantages given to us, such as binds and commands. This will be geared towards beginners, so we'll be doing 4 different types of elevators, not including sprint elevators and drop elevators. But the way I'm going to set it up is I'll show an elevator and I'll go into detail about how to do the elevator, and then I'll show 3 examples of different maps or different places you can do the elevator and where to look, like how you would know if you'd be able to do that type of elevator there. For this tutorial, you're going to need a couple binds. They'll be in the description. These will help. You don't need them, but they'll help a lot with the tutorial, such as like move left and move right. These will help with adjusting your angles and such. I'll get into that later in the video. So firstly, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off on an elevator on strike. We're going to start off with the crouch stand elevators. These are the easiest in my opinion. Then the most beginner, we're going to do game mode. If you're going to follow along, we're going to do team deathmatch game mode, and our game mode settings are going to be time unlimited. We're not going to be going old school mode, sorry. We're only going to be going old school for when we're doing a different type of elevator, and I'll let you guys know when we're there. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this elevator here. So I'll talk to you guys then. Hey, what's going on, guys? So we are here on strike. We are here on the map, and this is where we're going to perform our first crouch stand elevator. So first things first, you're going to want to hit tilde key, which is the key between escape and tab, and you're going to type in /com_max FPS. We're going to set that to 125. The reason we're going to set that to 125 is because it's the easiest to obtain by everybody, and by having your FPS locked to a consistent, it allows you to move at a consistent rate with your K and L keys, which are the binds that are in the description. As you can see, I can move very slightly, which will help a lot with the elevator. Another thing you want to do is set your AA off in the options and diagonalizing. You're going to have that off. This is due to a thing that you use in elevators where you can see your angles. So right here on the screen, I'll have it highlighted. You can see how there's a staircase almost of jagged edges going across. And when I look to the middle more, they stretch out. And when I look far away, it groups up like a bunch of stairs going down to the right. So this is what I'll be talking about when I'm saying like I'm going to stretch the stairs, or I'm going to stretch my, I'll say stretch my angle, but really I'm really making my angle more shallow, which makes the staircase spread out a lot, and this is like where you actually perform the elevator. So what you're going to want to do is we're going to go up here to where the elevator is done, and we're going to notice that the wall is completely flat and that you can crouch under it, but you cannot walk under it. This makes it so that it is a crouch stand elevator. To meet the criteria, you have to crouch under the wall, and you cannot walk under the wall. So this meets it perfectly, plus it's a straight wall. Now you could do it on non-straight walls, I'm pretty sure, but you'll just get stuck on certain aspects and such. So to be able to start off with this elevator, we're going to look up, and we're going to look at a 45-degree angle. This is usually how I start every single elevator. So we're going to look at a 45-degree angle, we're going to crouch, we're going to have our mouse as the highest it can go. We can just let go of our mouse right now. We're going to press K to move in and try to stand up. Press K to move in, try to stand up. And I can't stand, but if I press L, I should be able to stand. So you want to get in the location where you can press K and you cannot stand, but you can press L and stand. So you got to make sure that is true, because sometimes maybe your FPS may drop, which will allow you to move more. So then you may not notice it, but you can press L twice and you still cannot stand. So you want it so that you can press K once and you can't stand, and press L once and you can stand. So you're going to want to be able to not stand. So right now I'm spamming space and I cannot stand. And I'm going to want to shorten my angle and look in and make the staircase a bunch of stairs. So I'll have it highlighted right now, and there's a bunch of stairs there. So that seems pretty good. Now I'm going to want to press L and keep on trying to stand. I'm going to keep on tapping L until I get to the location as again, where I can press K once and I can't stand. I can press L once and I can. So now we can't stand with K. I tested it, so this is perfect location. Then I'm going to shorten my angle even more, and we should be able to see how it's spreading out like a staircase. So I'm going to have it like maybe 3-4 steps on one. I'm going to have it highlighted again in the video. And so now we can press K, try to stand, or press L, sorry, keep on trying to stand, and just tap, 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 There we go, we can stand. Now we're going to move in and out. Really, there we go. And that was just by adjusting to make sure that we are in the correct location. And what I mean by that, guys, is when I'm going to die here. But what I mean by that is when you're in the angle and you're looking up like this, and you can move in once and you can't stand, you want to make sure that you can only press it once and move. So if I press K once, I'm stuck, and press L once, I'm unstuck. It's very important because sometimes, like I said, your FPS may change. And if your FPS changes, if I press K and I don't realize it, say I press K twice, and then I press L and I still can't stand, but maybe I didn't realize it and didn't check, so now the elevator is screwed up because I pressed K twice. So now I'm going to try all these steps, and it's going to take me way longer, and I'm not going to get the elevator. So that's how to do a crouch stand elevator. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to a different map now and show another example of where to do a crouch stand elevator. Guys, so we're here on block again, and this staircase here is a perfect location for a crouch stand elevator. So the way I know this is that if I walk here, I cannot go under, but if I crouch, I can. So you want to do it around this location. You want to be able to walk, you cannot walk, but you can crouch. That's all that it needs to meet the criteria, and it's completely flat, so it will work perfectly. So again, I'm going to walk up to the wall, and I'm going to crouch, and I'm going to look straight up. I'm not going to crouch on the wall. I'm just going to walk straight up till I can't move. I'm holding W, and then I'm going to crouch, and I'm going to look up. So I'm going to go ahead and move it to a 45-degree angle again, about here. And I'm going to let go of my mouse, and I'm going to press K and try to stand up. Keep on tapping K till I can't stand. And then verify that it is the perfect location where I can press K once, can't stand, press L once, and I can't stand. So there we go. See, look. Just then, I pressed L, could stand, pressed K, and I could stand. So I screwed it up a little bit. So you're going to want to press K until you cannot stand, and press L until you can't stand. I just make sure it's verified by doing it at least 1 or 2 times. So there we go. I'm pretty sure that's the right location, so I'm going to go ahead and short my angle and make a pretty big staircase here. About like that, and I'm going to press L till I can't stand. Alright, and I'm going to verify the location again by pressing K and L, making sure that I only have to tap them once to stand and unstand. So I'm going to get stuck again, so I can't stand again. I'm going to want to shorten this staircase until there's about 4 stairs there. That seems good. I can let my hand off the mouse, and I can tap L and just keep on hitting space until I can stand. I'm going to keep on doing this. I should be able to stand down in a second. There we go. Now, I just stood, so I know I must have passed the elevator point or my angle screwed up. So I'm going to go ahead and tap K and just do what I regularly do. Verify that it's the thing, and it should work. So if you try to verify, like I said, make sure you can press K once and can't stand and press L once. If you feel you're in the right location, just keep on trying, keep on verifying, and you should get, and you should be able to just hit the elevator there. Right, guys, so we're back here on strike, and we're going to be doing a crouch prone elevator. So we're right here on the map. And the reason this is viable for a crouch prone elevator is because it has a barrier on top of it, and it works the same way as a crouch stand elevator, in which I cannot crouch under it, but I can prone under it. So I'm going to walk up to it, I'm just going to walk into it, I'm going to crouch, I'm going to prone, and I'm going to look to the right, just up a little bit. I'm not going to look 45 degree, I'm just going to look about like this, where I have a bunch of stairs. So I'm going to want to tap K, and you're not going to want to use your stand key, you're going to want to use your crouch key. Because if you stand, you might screw it up. I don't know, I just never had success with using the stand key. So right now, I'm going to verify my angle. So I can crouch there, and I cannot, or I can crouch here, but I cannot crouch here. Oop, but I can, see? This is why you need to verify it, because if not, then I would have screwed it up. So I'm stuck here. I'm going to go ahead and shorten my angle to big staircase. Then we're going to go ahead and press L and try to crouch. We're going to go ahead and alternate between the two. And we may get it here. There's sometimes you can even get it on the first angle on the crouch stand elevators. I've after gotten it. I don't know why that is. So right here we're not getting it. And we seem to have it verified. So we're going to go ahead and stretch our angle even more. And just tap K or tap L till I can stand up, verify it, make sure it's verified. And since my angle is really stretched, I do a couple extra taps with verifying just because I could be in the elevator and just missing the certain spot. So I'm just going to make sure it's verified. Okay, so it is verified. We're going to go ahead and shorten our staircase even more. here, and we're gonna make sure that the staircase is running to the right. We don't want it running to the left. As you can see, if I make it this way, it's running to the left. If I look right, it's running to the right. So I'm gonna make it really stretched, running to the right. Let go of my mouse. Tap L till I can stand, till I can crouch. Keep on doing it till I cannot. There we go. So I just verified it and it worked with a really stretched angle there. Sometimes, guys, you can have it with you can have multiple stairs, like a very big staircase, and it still will work, but I just did it like that. That's the easiest way to do it, I find. So I'm going to be switching over to a different map now to show another example of a crouch prone elevator, so I'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're back here on Downpour for another crouch prone elevator. And so we're right here on top of the little thingamajigger. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure it's a crouch prone elevator. So I can crouch under it, but I cannot, or I can prone under it, but I cannot crouch under it, and I cannot get on top of it. So it has to be an elevator. So I'm gonna go ahead and crouch and walk straight into it, and then I'm gonna press Z. I'm gonna go ahead and then make my angle 45. Go ahead and tap K till I can no longer crouch. And I'm tapping K or Control till I can no longer crouch. And then I think I'm in the location, so I'm gonna go ahead and verify. Alright, so I verified. Go ahead and spread my angle. I'm gonna actually just make a big staircase first, just to make sure it's easier to get. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a big staircase. Go ahead and verify my my angle here. All right, and then I'm gonna spread it out. That should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and tap L till I can stand. Tap K. I'll verify my location. Make sure I'm not actually in an elevator. Do this by verifying at least 5 times. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spread my angle even more. Like that. I'm gonna go ahead and tap L till I can stand. Verify, make sure I'm not in an elevator. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we're verified. Okay, so we're verified. We're gonna go ahead and spread the angle even more. Very spread right now. Tap L. We can stand. Tap K. Verify our location. This one's a little bit hard to hit. Okay, so we're going to spread our angle even more. This is very spread. Very spread. Go ahead and tap L. There we go. And so we just did that one. That one was a little bit long to get, and I had to go very spread. So just make sure you're watching your pixels. And if you're watching your pixels, here I'll show you. I'll highlight it in the video. You're going to want to make sure you're watching your pixels. I'll zoom in right now where I'm watching. You're going to make sure they do not go to the left. So that's wrong right there, but this right here is right. So a really spread angle would look like something like that. That's very spread out, as you can see. Guys, so we're back around the menu before we jump into our third elevator. And we're going to go ahead and, when we're starting up our server, just for the jump elevator, we're going to go ahead and put our game mode settings. We're going to go ahead and put old school on. This is because jump elevators are a lot easier to explain and show, because since you jump way higher in old school, it's much easier to show jump elevators in action, although there is some in regular, and I'll point which one is in regular for you guys. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump into jump elevators. Okay. Alright guys, so we're here on strike, and we're going to do a jump elevator here. So, as you can see, when I walk up to this wall right here, I hit my head. When I walk back, I don't hit my head. So, there's going to be a bind in the description that is bound to O, and it lets you do this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to walk up and we're going to jump our head against this wall, and then we can jump freely. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to look straight up and look to a 45 degree. Then we're going to tap K and L until we hit our head. So right here, if I tap K, I hit my head. If I tap L, sorry, I don't. So this is a good location. So you're going to want to be hitting your head. This is just like being stuck. And you're going to want to go ahead and shorten your angle. For this one, I do not do a big staircase. I just go straight to small staircase. So I'm going to go ahead and spread out my angle quite a bit. There we go. Now you're going to tap L until you're free. So this may take a bit. So I usually do it in increments. I do like 3 at a time. There we go. So now I can go back until I hit my head. So I want to hit my head is what I'm looking for here. So if I just keep on tapping K, I should hit my head. And you want to verify the location again where you hit your head and you don't hit your head. Alright, so right here I hit my head. Now I'm going to go ahead and press the bind of O that does the jump crouch. So as you can see, it crouched me up here like this. Then if I press that bind again, it puts me up here. And then if I press the bind again, it puts me up here. So that's how to do jump elevators. They're pretty simple, to be honest with you. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and jump to another jump elevator, which is on District. Now the special thing about the one on District is this one does not need to be old school. So you can do it in old school, but it does not need to be done in old school. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to that now. Guys, so we're here on District. We're right here on the map, right next to this white truck. And we're going to walk up to this staircase, or to this doorway here. And as you can see, if we go under, we hit our head, and if we don't, we don't. So what you're going to do is do the same like I said. Jump, hold W, and hit the wall, so then you can jump. Then you're going to steer straight up, go to a 45 degree around here. Go ahead and tap K until you hit your head, tap L, and you can't hit your head. So right here I hit my head. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stretch my angle. Now the only thing with this one is there's not a lot of reference. The only reference I have is right here. I'll zoom in on it in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch my staircase until it's very spread out. So around here should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and let go of my mouse, tap L until I can jump freely. So I want to make it so that I can hit my head. So I can tap L, I can jump, I can tap K and I hit my head. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the bind, which is the O bind. Now if you're doing this on regular, you're going to have to wait a couple seconds for your character to regain stamina. So you're going to go ahead and tap the bind, and we missed it. So we're actually going to go ahead, that's actually nice. So I can readjust my angle again. So my angle's readjusted. We're going to go ahead and see if we hit our head when we go over a little bit. Yeah, so we just need to readjust our angle. So we should hit our head here. Now if I press the bind, we should go up. There we go. So that's that. If you're going on regular, you're going to have to wait for stamina. If not, you're not going to make it because your character's going to be stamina. He's deprived and he's not going to be able to jump as high. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into step elevators, which are the hardest out of all of them. So I'll talk to you guys then. Alright guys, another quick reminder that you're going to go ahead and turn off old school for step elevators. The only one that I'm only using old school for jump elevators. So for step elevators, you're going to go ahead and want to turn that off. So I'll talk to you guys in game. Alright guys, so we're here on Crash, right here on the map, and we're going to be doing a step elevator. Now in my opinion, step elevators are the hardest elevators in the game, and I'm going to show you how I do them. I don't get them very consistent, but they are pretty hard to do. So for this elevator specifically, I like to make a reference point to something I can line up with. For example, the crack of this stair. So then there's going to be another bind in the description that's going to be a mouse wheel bind. This mouse wheel bind is going to move you forward very slightly, like this. So you're going to use that bind to move forward very slightly until you get on the step. You're then going to look down, and you should see my angle right now. I'm going to zoom in on my angle, and it actually looks pretty good. So I barely moved my mouse. I just looked straight down. The staircase is running to the right, and I barely moved. So I'm going to go ahead and let go of my mouse here without moving my angle. So I didn't really move it that much by accident. But so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tap K till we fall off. So I usually just spam. You can spam it like this too. And there we go, I fell off. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press jump, and then I'm going to press L in midair. Now since this is not an old school, I'm not going to be jumping very high. So I'm going to keep on doing it. There we go, I landed on it. So now, you're going to wait a couple seconds for your character to regain stamina. I like to crouch twice just for good luck, and then you're going to go ahead and hit the O bind that was used in the jump elevator. So we're going to go ahead and press that, and we got it, first try. Okay, so that elevator is not easy to do, guys, I'm telling you. They're probably the hardest ones to do, but they're also the best. Like, look how high I get off these. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to another jump elevator, which is very high and very hard. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to that now. Alright guys, so we're here on strike, about to do another step elevator. We're right here on the map. And there's steps right here that are going to be used for the elevator. Now this one's kind of hard to see, so I recommend you get in game and try this one for yourself. And just go off the crash elevator, but hopefully you guys can see it. So I'm going to use this right here, this step to line up. So I'm going to line up right here with this step. I'm going to go ahead and use the bind to scroll forward. I got on the step. Alright, so now I'm going to look down and I'm going to look at my angle. I use right here for my angle for reference, so I'll zoom in on that in video. It's going to be hard to see. I really want it spread out, running to the right. So there we go. I think that should be good. Now we're going to go ahead and tap K until we fall, or we fell right away. Usually if you got it, you fall right away, but I mean, I don't get it that many times, so let's go ahead and see. We're going to go ahead and tap space and tap L till we land on the ledge. There we go, we landed. I'm going to crouch twice for good luck. Wait a couple seconds for my character to regain stamina. I'm going to go ahead and press the jump bind. So there we go, we got it again, first try. Now I'm telling you, it may look easy to get it first try, but this elevator is not consistent. And I mean, it's very hard to get first try. I'm surprised I got both of these first try. But if you followed my steps correctly and you're on 125 FPS, you should be golden for these elevators. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. If you guys learned anything new about elevators or have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll answer your comment as soon as possible. And thanks for watching. See ya.